I am fashionably grateful. Today, I'm walking through Tampa Premium Outlets in Lutz, Florida. The stores aren't open yet, so we get a serene, crowd-free look at over 110 premium stores, beautiful waterfalls, and landscape paths. It's just you and me soaking in the vibe. Before we begin, if you love outlet finds, designer handbags, or scenic shopping walkthroughs, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and tap the notification bell. That way you never miss a new fashion adventure or exclusive bargains. Let's walk. Enjoy the peaceful early morning light bouncing off storefronts and fountain reflections. Even with the gates down, storefront designs are eye-catching. Bold signage and clean architecture make every brand feel premium, even before opening. Let's highlight the top 20 stores here at Tampa Premium Outlets. 1. Coach Outlet, known for quality handbags like the Brooklyn and Tabby. Outlet pricing makes this stop super popular. 2. Michael Kors Outlet, structured handbags and signature hardware styles, often deeply discounted. 3. Kate Spade Outlet, called out for its playful prints and bold bag styles. 4. Saks off 5th, home to wide designer variety including Marc Jacobs, BCBG, and more. Great for high-low finds. 5. Calvin Klein Factory Store, minimal chic clothing and handbags with clean lines at lower costs. 6. Tommy Hilfiger, preppy classics and weekend bags, easy for mixing matching. 7. Nike Factory Store, athletic fashion hub, always a crowd magnet. 8. Adidas Outlet Store, slides, sneakers, and best-selling lifestyle apparel. 9. Polo Ralph Lauren Factory Store, polo shirts, timeless leather goods, bags, and accessories. 10. Cole Haan Outlet, elegant footwear and work-appropriate handbags with quality leather. 11. Express Factory Outlet, stylish go-tos, mixed collections of bags and apparel at discount. 12. Brooks Brothers Factory Store, classic American style and structured items at outlet prices. 13. Banana Republic Factory Store, polished clothing, neutral bags, and modern classics. 14. Guess Factory, bold logos and flashy bags or purses with visual appeal. 15. Fossil Outlet, leather goods, smaller handbags, wallets, and accessories that feel upscale. 16. Kate Spade New York Outlet, bright patterns, iconic silhouettes, and fun colors. 17. Marc Jacobs Outlet, statement pieces and colorful bags in a trendy display. 18. Vera Bradley Outlet, quilted patterns, bright prints, and travel accessories. 19. Under Armour Factory House, performance gear and sporty, and sometimes travel bags. 20. Famous Footwear Outlet, consistent markdowns on footwear and casual handbags sold with outfit ideas. Strolling past waterfalls and lagoon areas, you'll notice lush landscaping and benches. This mall feels more resort than just retail space. It's calm, peaceful, and visually pleasing before the stores open. Imagine stepping inside Coach Outlet once it opens. You'll get jackets, handbags, and leather goods at outlet pricing. Across the walkway is Michael Kors, always offering stylish tote options in seasonal shades. Even though stores like Express, Banana Republic, Polo, and Calvin Klein are closed now, you can already feel the layout. Clean storefronts with large glass, walking paths with shade, and vibrant signage that draws the eye. As you continue walking, note the attention to detail. Polished stone path borders, colorful flower beds, and the sound of water from fountains, all making this a social media-worthy background on days it's quiet. Early viewing has its perks. The parking lots aren't full, the camera gets unobstructed views of storefront branding, and you get to capture the beauty without crowds. The design here makes it easy to imagine how a day unfolds. Grabbing coffee at Starbucks, loop back for Coach Outlet opening, then head over to Saks off 5th, and finish at Nike or Adidas for gear. The flow feels natural and compact. Before we close, take a deep breath and look back at the main fountain area. Everything lines up, the water feature, island planters, and pale tile paths. It's tranquil, inviting, and ready for a shopping day. If you've been to Tampa Premium Outlets in Lutz, let me know your favorite store in the comments. If you're planning to visit, tag a friend and ask what brand they want to hit first. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. My next deals, hauls, and walkthroughs drop soon. When you're notified, you're first to know about outlet finds and stylish deals. Thanks so much for walking with me today. Stay fashionably grateful.
Good morning.
How are you?
Fine, just recording. The stores.
Mucho hot.
Sí.
Mucho.